Good evening and good morning to all of our guests from Greece and the United States. Dear chamber members, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the American Hellenic Chamber of Commerce to welcome you to the second Thessaloniki Future Thinking Dialogues, an institution we have established in Thessaloniki to facilitate open exchange of views on key future trends, imagine the world of tomorrow, and rethink our responses to global challenges. Thessaloniki Future Thinking Dialogues aims to help us embrace uncertainty and zoom out to a disrupted new world, to establish an inspiring and actionable discussion about the strategies needed for our country to position itself at the forefront of the new economy. Last year's focus was on Thessaloniki's potential to evolve into a hub of talent, innovation, and technology with international reach, capitalizing on the recent surge of investments on digital centers, primarily from US corporations, and the gradual evolution of a startup and developers ecosystem. One of the main findings of last year's dialogue was that sustainable growth of such innovation and technology hubs require a strong and forward-looking education system to cultivate a skilled and growing talent pool. Hence, this year's dialogue revolves around the future of business learning and education interoperability, with a particular focus on talent development, education transformation, and skills building. Today's proceedings are focused on the future of education. We will zoom out to the future of learning and work. We will elaborate on global trends and examine changes in the educational landscape. We will discuss on sustainable development and deep dive on innovation and technological shifts in education. Tomorrow proceedings are centered on future skills. We'll focus on upskilling and reskilling, on lifelong learning, apprenticeships and vocational training best practices, and discuss how to strengthen collaboration among universities, business, and the broader education ecosystem. Unarguably, we live in an era of exponential change with radical shifts in the way we work, communicate, consume, and learn. While the recent pandemic has accelerated and accentuated these trends and created unprecedented disruption to education systems. In this context, where uncertainty is the only certain, universities have the challenge to prepare the youth for future competencies and jobs not yet known. During the next couple of days, we call on key agents of change, namely communities, universities, enterprises, government, and NGOs, to take part in our discussion to rethink the education paradigm. An education able to provide our people with future-proof skills and competencies via new adaptive learning approaches towards building a more sustainable society. The key idea behind this year's dialogue is to reimagine the root concept of education linked to the future of work and address key transformational areas such as lifelong learning, the growing relevance of STEM competencies and hybrid skills, technology for the digital age, gender equality in access to education and inclusion. In a global new normal with revolutionary changes in the way and the place of work, talent is evolving as the most scarce and valuable resource for businesses. The future of work poses radically different challenges, and consequently, education needs to transform to correspond to future knowledge, skills, and jobs yet to be invented. For Greece, these challenges present a great opportunity to invest in developing future confident talent as a key competitive advantage to emerge stronger and thrive in the new economic and social reality that arises. Towards that end, in the context of the Greek National Resilience and Recovery Plan, the pillar of education, vocational training and skills will receive EU funds of more than 2.3 billion, with the aim to modernize and digitally transform our education system and address the skills mismatch. For the next 2 days, we have the honor of hosting and discussing with distinguished speakers and leading authorities in their fields from Greece and abroad. Our end goal is to gain valuable and practical insights, and I hope end up identifying follow-up initiatives that may bring us closer to the future of education. In closing, I would like to thank Ms. Elizabeth Lee, the U.S. Consul General in Thessaloniki, for her great help and cooperation, our esteemed speakers, our sponsors, and all of you for your attendance and support to this new institutional event from the very beginning. I would like to wish you a fruitful participation, and I pass the digital floor to Mr. Nicholas Bakatselos, President of the American-Hellenic Chamber of Commerce, followed by Ms. Elizabeth Lee, U.S. Consul General of Thessaloniki. Thank you very much.